Guys, it has been too long since I last made a video, so I thought, let's make it easy and do a question, Q&A, frequent asked question type of video. Why not? If you hear a lot of obstruction and see me looking to the right all the time, it's because I'm actually sat on my drive. I'm not moving anywhere. And yeah, it's a little bit scary out here. All my questions on my trusty laptop, so without further ado, let's get into the first question. The first question is, what are your thoughts on Twice's recent comebacks compared to their early songs? Woo! Starting off strong. So I think Twice's recent songs are incredibly good. One Spark and Set Me Free are amazing. Set Me Free is especially good hearing it in concert. I think it was a perfect opener. I think a lot of people's troubles with their recent comebacks is that it's not as poppy or as cute. And don't get me wrong, I am a sucker for cute concepts. I need another likey. But One Spark and Set Me Free are objectively good. Scientist, I wasn't the biggest fan of, unfortunately. But we moved past that. The album was amazing. Every album since their renewal has been impeccable. So I think the people who say that their songs have got worse over time, I don't think they know what they're talking about. I love their new concepts, and I don't think you could go wrong with them, really. And I still think they're objectively good. I don't think they're going in a worse direction. The only thing I'd say is songs are getting shorter, which I'm not a fan of. But Twice has upheld their bridges, their catchy choruses, and their dances keep getting better. So that's my opinion on that one. I think their recent comebacks are just as good as their old ones. Also, they don't have as much nostalgia, don't forget. The second question is, what song or songs do you forget about most often? To be honest, there's not a lot of Twice songs that I forget. If I was to say any, I would say they're more recent Japanese singles, like Dance Again. I think Dive, their recent one, that they released literally yesterday, I think, their Japanese title track. I don't think I'll listen to that much. I don't think I'll forget about it, but yeah, I'd have to say songs like Dance Again, and then from their earlier discography, stuff like Ponytail. You know, I don't really forget about title tracks. Title tracks are really hard to forget. I think, actually, saying that, Brand New Girl is something that I forget they've released quite often. And the Jackson 5, I Want You Back. But, you know me, guys, I'm a Twice fan through and through. There's not many that I forget about. Okay, third question. How did you find Twice? So I'll say the short version because my journey into K-pop was a pretty long one. If you want to know, I can tell you in the comments below. But my friend got me into BTS in November, December of 2016, or maybe earlier. And then in there, I was watching Not Today, I think. No, it wouldn't have been. I was watching something, and in the recommendations was TT, the music video, obviously. So I clicked on it, and I was like, what is this song? I said to my friend, I was on FaceTime at the exact time, I said, I've heard this song before. I've never heard the song before. I said, this song is amazing. And then I didn't really understand K-pop at that time. So I didn't really understand that other groups had more songs and like their YouTube channels and stuff like that. So I kind of went a long time only listening to TT before realizing that, like, oh, this group is coming back and blah, blah, blah. And I got into it. And then, yeah, since then. So BTS and Twice were my earliest K-pop groups back then. The fourth question, nice and easy. Who was your first bias or biases? Guys, look at my channel name. Look at my Twitter name. It's Chewy. Chewy was my bias through and through. I saw her, she was my bias since seeing her in the TT music video. When she, like, do you remember, guys? In the hallway, she appeared as a witch. Yeah. I was sold since then. And then I think the second music video that I watched was Cheer Up. And obviously she looked beautiful in that as well. Black and white. Yeah. Can't go wrong. Chewy through and through. The fifth question: out of their 3 Korean full albums, which is the best? God. Twice. Okay, I'll go through them. Twice to Gram, phenomenal. Probably one of the best first albums a K-pop group has released. Incredibly rich. It's all Twice. Like every single song is Twice. Impeccably pop. Ah, phenomenal. But again, the nostalgia thing comes into play quite a lot. We got Eyes Wide Open. Jesus, amazing. I think Eyes Wide Open wins on the concept. I think the overall storytelling of Eyes Wide Open is amazing. I think it was Twice's proper step into maturity, and yeah, looking back, Eyes Wide Open, it was a good era. And then we've got Formula of Love. If you watched my deep dive into Twice, like it's their richest piece of work. Unit members, so diverse, so modern Twice. Oh, they're all so good. This is really hard. I think I might have to say, I find myself going back to Twice to Gram the most. So I think Twice to Gram has to win this category. But again, it's nostalgia. Like Eyes Wide Open. Oh, I don't know. Can I say all of them? I'm going to say Twice to Gram. Final answer. This is a really good question. Out of all the tours Twice has done, which would you have wanted to go to? So obviously my first and only Twice tour was their Ready to Be tour, which was amazing. But we've got tours like, is it Twice Zone Fantasyland, Twice Land Fantasy Zone, and 3, which was the American only one, basically, near enough. Them two, I think 3, because they still had their more modern songs, the feels, I Can't Stop Me, all that stuff. As well as doing B-sides, which Ready to Be missed out on a lot. 3 was perfectly well-rounded. They had the budget, they had beautiful outfits. But then Twice Land Fantasy Zone, woo! I mean, that's where you had the Signal remix, if I'm not mistaken. You had their really early songs. I think that would have been amazing to go to. So I'm going to say 3 with Twice Land, Twice Fantasy Zone, whatever it's called, as a close second. Seventh question. I don't know where we're up to anymore, but I'm going to stop saying the numbers because I forgot. How was it going to their concert in London? Guys, phenomenal. If you've not, watch my vlog because I was so excited in that. I think it's actually quite funny. Like, I've never been that excited in my life. My mum said it. She was like, I've never seen you like this before. But I had waited 6, nearly 7 years for them to come. And I honestly didn't believe that they would ever come. Twice could have come to Europe at least 3 years ago. So when they didn't come for 3, I thought, it's over. It's literally over. But they came. It was amazing. I mean, I'm from Manchester as well, which is like nowhere near London. So going to London for the concert is also a nice experience. And I went with my mum. If you saw in the vlog, I went with my mum. So it was like a nice little date with me and my mum. So I think the overall thing was amazing. The concert was amazing. And I went on day 2, which was the best day out of the London. So next, out of all the unit and solo promotions, what is your favourite title and favourite album? I think this is pretty easy. I think ABCD is probably my favourite title. I suppose it has like recency bias because it's only just come out, but I think it's such a good dance song. The dance break makes me ooh, 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 all the time, you know. If it wasn't for ABCD, I probably would have said Pop anyway. Killing Me Good was good, but I think the B-sides were way better. And Do Not Touch was also really good. I just think ABCD just has that little edge. It has that little edge. I think the visuals behind Do Not Touch and Masterpiece are way above everyone else. But yeah, so title, ABCD. Album, really easy for me. Geo, Zone. I have them songs, Room, talking about it. Geo ate the album and it was incredible. I loved it. I didn't know whether to include this one because it's pretty self-explanatory. I've said it millions of times before, but if you could describe Twice's vibe in an album, which of their albums would it be? Now, Twicegram. It's Twicegram. However, if you want more recent music, Between 1 and 2 would also be the closest to Twice's colour, I think. So, them two. What is your Twitter? Same as my YouTube name, J2. Check it out, please. I tweet a lot of random stuff, so I'm sorry about that. Do you follow any other groups or artists? Not really. In terms of K-pop only. There's no one that's on the same level to me as Twice in terms of like me being their fans and all that stuff. I think BTS and Blackpink in terms of K-pop would come a close second. I always listen to their music when it comes out. Always listen to their albums. I don't really follow their variety shows and stuff as much, but earlier on I used to, for sure. But yeah, Twice has taken over. Twice has got so much content that I don't think you would have time to be a stan of anyone else. But yeah, Twice only. Oh, good question. Which side of Twice is better, their Japanese or their Korean? So, Japanese is better in terms of diversity, promotions, if you want to count that, concept, all that type of stuff. Whereas Korean is better in, like, what's the word? Very like earwormy. Their Korean side is good for like their choreography, catchiness, usually a bit more rich within the albums. I think Japanese has less title tracks though, so it's a bit hard. But I'd have to say Korean. Oh, I don't know. I think they're genuinely side by side. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. If they were two different groups, you'd see some similarities between them, but you would be able to say that they're very different. So for that, Japanese and Korean, they're equal. Which of the members is most similar to your personality? Sana or Gio. Simply because they're the two most extroverted outside of the group, which I like to think I'm a bit extroverted. I might have to say Sana because Gio is definitely a lot more competitive than me. I don't really have a competitive side in me. So for that, me and Sana were like this. Do you know any of their choreographies? Do you know who I am? Of course. I know every single choreography. I know near enough, apart from the more recent ones, I know near enough every member's position as well. Mostly throughout the song. I know their Bside choreos. Yeah, I know it all. But I usually learn the chorus dance or whatever dance they do in the teaser as soon as it comes out. I follow the dance from the music video, and then after that, I will do like the music stage and dance practice, and that's how I learn it. I have to learn it because there's a K-pop club every like month or two near me, so I have to show my skills. Who is your favorite producer for Twice? This is relatively easy. BEP, Black Eyed Peas song. The guy who is currently producing for Stacey. He produced Likey. He produced What Is Love. All the earwormy songs. Fancy. Yeah, he's got a really good roster. I know there's a lot of discourse about him because he said certain stuff about certain members not performing the best. But yeah, I think his songs are incredible. JYP comes a close second, and then Collapsed one maybe. My thoughts on Lingering, because I know someone would probably ask. good music, very good music, just a bit similar. Retro synths, a lot of synths, similar formula, which is why a lot of people kind of fell out of love over time. Yeah, he's incredibly good for Twice's mature side, so I'm not opposed to him at all, unlike a lot of people seem to be. Oh, this is a bad one. Okay, if you had to scrap one album, which would it be? Oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna do, was it? It had to like Say Yes after me. Oh, maybe not. I think I'm gonna say Yes or Yes. I don't listen to it that much. Is it Young and Wild? All that type, them songs. I don't listen to them that much. Very good songs, but I don't. I actually don't listen to Yes or Yes too much, but when I do, woo, I get obsessed with it for at least a week. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say Yes or Yes. Which unit? Okay, interesting. Which unit do you expect to come next? I think the only other unit it could really be would be Diane and Chaeyoung. I know that Jonghyun said that she doesn't want to go solo, but I can't see her being in a unit with them two. I can only see Jonghyun being in a three mix unit, so Jihyo, Nayeon, and Jonghyun. Else being with that, I think, because they don't need singers, they can already sing. They don't need rappers, obviously. And Switch to Me, their Switch to Me song did it incredibly well, and that was only like just a melody project type thing. So I think they'd be fine on their own. I think, yeah. But then I also expect Chaeyoung to go solo. So I don't know, I guess we'll have to see. What is your favourite Twice dance? Two come to mind straight away. Obviously they don't. Two come to mind, More and More and Cry For Me. Cry For Me is artistic. It's very emotive. You can tell the story just by what's going on. It's incredible. And they start and end, technically, even though it's in the middle, with the same position. So yeah, the story's really being told. And More is just a powerhouse dance. It never lets up. It gets faster and faster, and especially on the last, after the dance break, the rap just gets faster. It's incredible to watch. And when you do it yourself, you're sweating. So I don't know how they do it in like concert and stuff. So More and Cry For Me, the two best dances of Twice. What are your thoughts on Cry For Me having no music video? So stupid. However, I think it being a digital single was a reason for most of its success. I think, not in terms of the music video, but in terms of how they released it was the reason for its success. I think if they released that as a normal comeback, it would have done well, but it did more well because it was so surprising. I would have loved a music video. I actually don't know why they never did a music video. Even like a tiny, they did a teaser. So yeah, they should have just done one. Speaking of Cry For Me, do you think Twice should have more songs like Cry For Me? Yes and no. Yes, because Cry For Me was so good, and seeing Twice take a different initiative to their concept is very good. But doing it over and over like that, or doing it more than once, might take away from how special it actually is, that type of concept for Twice. So I'm not surprised that they've not leaned into the girl crush, or what is it, even girl crush, like girl power type of songs more, because when they do want to do it and when they do want to tell that type of story, they need it to be impactful. So I think having less type of songs like that works in their favour. Who do you want to go solo next? I think that Chewy is going to go next. And I also think that, no, that's not what I meant to say. I want her to go next as well. I think Chewy has been held back for quite a long time. And I think it's time the world sees her talent. It's time. It's time. Come on, Cherie. Come forward. I'm already getting excited. I think she's next. And if she's not next, it's not the end of the world. But I think she deserves to go next. And I think she would kill being solo. I think she's probably one of the last members who needs to show off just exactly what she can do. And I'm ready for it. Who do you want to see collaborate with Twice the most? Do you know what? I'm actually not too bothered about collaborations. They're not like the be all end all for me. I think a Sabrina Carpenter collab would be really nice. In K-pop, I would have loved to have seen them collab with any other group, Blackpink, BTS, like anyone. I would love to have seen some sort of Korean collab for Twice for sure. I think early Katy Perry, is like 2010 Katy Perry, would have been a really interesting dynamic for Twice. Yeah, I'm gonna say early Katy Perry would have been amazing. Is there a type of concept you want to see Twice tackle? The only concept that I want left is an ethereal type of concept. Something a bit similar to, something like Feel Special and More combined. Yeah, so if you combine them two, that is what Twice would be. Like, seeing Twice as like fairies, angels, something like that would be phenomenal. What is your most memorable moment as a once? There's so many, but I think something that was really impactful to like me and like my sense of self was Mina's teaser for Feel Special. Oh, guys, who was around for that? Because I was. Oh, we were in the dark for so long. I think we were in the dark for about 6 months. All we knew was that she was on hiatus, and then the teasers were rolling out. We literally had no idea, because Bubble wasn't out at that time. I don't think Twice were on V-Live that much. And we just, like, I remember it got to Mina's day, and the Twitter timeline was in shambles, because we were like, is she gonna? And then it dropped. Guys, and she looked so good. And then she was in the music video. That relief is the only emotion I felt. And for me, that was like, she's here. I was so happy. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Mina. What year do you want to relive in terms of Twice's music? 2 stand out. 2019, 2016. 2016, you had Cheer Up and TT. I would have loved to have been there in the moment where Twice dropped Cheer Up. Everyone was going crazy, because I wasn't there at that time, unfortunately. And then seeing it lead right into TT and Knock Knock, like that trilogy. The Korean public was so lucky that year. And then 2019, I'd love to go back. Fancy and Feel Special. I think we also had, did we have Breakthrough? Oh, was it Fake and True? Yeah, amazing songs. Yeah, could go back to any of them too. So I'm gonna say 2016 solely because I've not already seen it. Do you have a favorite B-side? Yes, many. In terms of the slower ones, I'm not a fan of slower songs, but Room by Gio is phenomenal, and Shadow on the More album I listen to all the time. I listen to it sped up, slowed down, pitched up, pitched down, instrumental, vocals only. Shadow, so good. In terms of popular songs, 24/7 on Twicetagram, I love. Do It Again, The Story Begins, love. Pitter Pat and Jelly on Twice Coaster, love. In terms of the newer stuff, Blame It On Me, Ready to Be, love it. Oxygen, More, love it. There's so many. Hot, yeah, can't fault them. Every B-side of Twice is amazing. Oh, this is so hard. What's a popular opinion about Twice that you don't believe? I'm gonna go the opposite way and say a popular opinion that non-fans believe. And there's 2. That Twice is only cute, which has kind of been dispelled now anyway, but I was a strong believer of that even since the beginning. It was happy music. It was happy, it was pop. It wasn't just cute. especially if you listen to the lyrics. Like, they probably thought that Yes or Yes was cute, or they probably thought that, like, even Fancy was cute. They're not cute. If you look at the lyrics, especially Yes or Yes, that is not cute. The second popular opinion would be that Twice can't sing. It's so stupid. If Twice couldn't sing, they wouldn't be here. I'm not going to get into it, but they're the two popular ones, I believe. In terms of a popular opinion from the fan community, that one thing I could say, I guess, is that Twice haven't lost their popularity. That's what a lot of ones believe currently, because music video views are going down, certain stuff is going down, engagement online is going down. But I say Twice is nearly 10 years old, okay? If you look at any other 10-year-old musician in any country of the world, in any music market of the world, by the time they get to their 10th year, their views are not at their highest. They never are. Their songs are still as good, but their views are never at their highest. Some might be, you know, every now and then, like the American music market, for example, 10 years is probably, you know, average years. So some people only get good in like their get recognized in like their 7th year of music. However, I think Twice is just at a status where whatever they release, even if the views are down, everyone knows it. I mean, they're still selling out SoFi, MetLife, 50,000, 70,000 in Japan. Twice have got to a point where they don't need to have certain types of numbers and that to prove that they're successful. They've got the people, whether they listen to the music or not, they've still got fans and non-fans who will go and see them. So Twice, you'll forever be successful. What's an unpopular opinion that you have? This one's quite hard. I'm not very good at opinions like this, but the only unpopular opinion that I have is that not every member needs to go solo. I think every member should have a unit. I think it's important for the group and the members to explore more like individual schedules. However, going solo is an immense pressure, and if they don't feel like they're ready for it, then they shouldn't have to do it. It's as simple as that. So for anyone nagging certain members about going solo, don't do it. And finally, guys, this is the last question. I did not know the video was going to be this long, but the final question is, what song would you show to people who don't listen to K-pop? Now, okay, so I often play I Got You on speakers in my workplace, and I work at a bar, and around my friends, like when they're not paying attention. Because the funny thing about non-K-pop fans, yeah, is they will always recognize K-pop. Like if you play it while they're really listening to music, they'll say, "Is this K-pop?" And then they'll be turned off by it. If you play it while, you know, people are chatting or playing a game or whatever, they never know it is. So I Got You is a really good one, and I caught my friends singing it numerous amounts of times. But that's so easy because it's English. If I was to choose a Korean song, the biggest and most common one is I Can't Stop Me. I actually posted I Can't Stop Me on my TikTok from the Twice concert, and all my friends asked me to play the song. every time they think of K-pop or K-pop comes into their mind, they'll say, "Oh, can you play that risky one?" So I Can't Stop Me is pretty good. Yeah. So I'm going to say I Can't Stop Me and I Got You. Them two. Now, guys, I hope this was an alright video. I did not expect it to be literally borderline 40 minutes. I thought it would be shorter than that. I thought it would be like 15. However, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're eating your food or whatever you're doing while you're watching this. Yes. If you have any future video ideas, because I'm really running out, please do tell me, because I'm really bored. I'm not at uni anymore, so, well, I finished for the summer. If you have any video ideas or if you got any more questions, please ask in the comments, and I will see you when I next see you. Au revoir.